Welcome back. Well, the start of hurricane season just a few days away, and being prepared for the worst case scenario can mean the difference between life and death. On top of that, we need to disaster prep for our furry friends too. It's important to keep that in mind and have a plan for them. And May is National Pet Month, by the way. And joining us now on the 4 o'clock show from the American Veterinary Medical Association, President Dr. Lori Teller, to discuss the importance of being prepared and to give us some travel tips for your pets as well. Dr. Teller, thanks so much for joining us. Good to see you today.
You too. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, first of all, this is something that people may not plan for. Obviously, we should all have our hurricane preparedness kits and plans in the works, and pets may not be the first thing on the list. You may not even think of that, but that's an important part of it.
It's huge. It's really important to be prepared ahead of time to evacuate with your pets. We definitely recommend not leaving them behind. So have a go bag ready, and that means have at least a week's worth of food and water. If your pet is on any medication, get 2 weeks of medication. Make sure that you have a travel carrier that has their name and your phone number on it, or if it's a bigger animal, a leash, collar, identification tags. And then, of course, you also want to make sure your pet is microchipped. Collars and tags can unfortunately get lost. And make sure the microchip is registered in the national database. A lot of people get that microchip in, but then they don't register their contact information with the database, or they don't make sure their information is up to date. And that is so important, especially if you and your pet get separated.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's also really important to have those documents of their health records too, because you may not have access to them later. I know that, I had to board my animals after we lost our home in the hurricane and Katrina. So, and if you're out of town or and not near your vet, or your vet's office is closed and you have to find another option, I mean, that's important too. And you may not be able to resurrect that very quickly.
Absolutely. It's always a great idea at the beginning of hurricane season. Make sure your pet is current on all its vaccinations, particularly, as you said, if you may end up having to board it in an emergency, and get a copy of those vaccination and any medical records, and just tuck those in with any of the other important records that you may take with you. The other thing you want to do, of course, is try to have proof of ownership. Sometimes that may be an actual document. Sometimes that may be a photo of you and your pet. So that is a way that somebody may verify, if you get separated, that the pet is yours, and that's easy to have on your phone.
And what about even something like some kind of light sedative? I know people use that when they travel on planes with their pets sometimes, just to calm them down a bit. And some dogs might not, and cats might not be as comfortable, traveling. They may not be on the road all the time with their owners, so they may be really stressed out in a strange environment, etc.
It is absolutely true. And this is not a relaxing vacation travel. This is definitely stressful, and your pets, who may even be normally pretty relaxed, will be feeding off of your stress. So definitely have that conversation with your veterinarian ahead of time. Talk to them about a potential sedative that you may need to give your pet while driving, or even if it's just staying in a strange hotel, or if you're staying at a friend's house. Dogs and cats can definitely benefit from that. And if your pet happens to get car sick, maybe that's why it doesn't go riding in the car very often, then also make sure you have some medication for car sickness.
Right. So a lot of things to think about when you're thinking of your own plan. Be sure to include your pet along with the rest of the family. Dr. Lori Teller, thank you so much for joining us today. Great job, and good to talk to you.
Thank you. Y'all have a great rest of your holiday.
Thank you. You too. Well, WLOX's First Alert Weather Team is working to keep you and your family safe during hurricane season. Tune in on Thursday, June 1st, when hurricane season starts, right here on WLOX ABC at 4:30 or WLOX CBS at 6:30 to learn how to best prepare right now.